Thank you for joining me on this adventure. Your presence means the world to me. Welcome, friends, to our video dedicated to Royal Windsor Horse Show. Let's dive right in and uncover its wonders. The Royal Windsor Horse Show is a horse show held annually since 1943 for 5 days in May or June in Windsor Home Park. The show is the only one in the United Kingdom to host international competition for dressage, show jumping, carriage driving and endurance riding. In addition, there are more than 130 showing classes. It annually attracts more than 50,000 visitors and has key sponsors, including Jaguar Land Rover through their Defender brand, Hermes, Rolex, Paul Roger and many more. The show has always had the honor being attended by royalty and the late Queen Elizabeth I was patron to the show until her death in 2022. The current president of the show is Prince Edward, Duke of Edinburgh, whilst the vice president is Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh. The show is run by the HPower Group. Get ready for an enlightening exploration as we dig into show history and understand its role in the broader context. From small beginnings to national TV. THEFIRSTDCAD 1943 to 52. 1943 raising funds for Spitfires. From small beginnings as a Wednesday afternoon horse and dog show as part of a Wings for Victory week-long wartime fundraising effort, the show was soon a hit. The brainchild of Geoffrey Cross and Austrian-born horse producer Count Robert Orsic, it was attended by the King who agreed to become patron the following year and the Queen and their daughters. Princess Elizabeth won the single private driving turnout class. Today's supply chain issues were nothing compared to those suffered in World War II. After the first show, the superintendent of the Royal Mews wrote to the Timber Control Department, requesting permission to buy £10 sterling of Windsor Great Park's own timber to make its own show jumps the following year. His Majesty the King hoped I would be successful in obtaining a license, he added. It was soon granted. 1947 the show expands. The show runs for 3 days with classes ranging from hacks to a new and still much loved coaching marathon, for which 4 in-hand teams assemble in the main arena and depart for a 6-mile drive. 1950 live TV coverage. A new class for polo ponies is introduced, another popular royal sport. Furthermore, the BBC puts out its first live broadcast from the show. 1951 first evening performance. The first Foodlit evening performance takes place during Festival of Britain year. 1952 the King dies. King George VI dies in February of this year, and the show runs in July instead of its usual May dates. The world's best riders arrive. THESECONDDECAD 1953 to 62. 1954 services jumping starts. The Queen donates a challenge cut for a services team jumping contest, still a popular event. It takes place on one of the new Foodlit evening sessions. 1960 Olympic practice. Alongside quirky classes for the best trained police horse, Britain's Olympic show jumpers and dressage team contest special classes laid on for them. The Australian eventers, including badminton winner Bill Roycroft, have training practice here, too. A young Miss Jenny Bolin wins the Ladies' Hunter on Miss Stubbings' Desert Storm. She was to become a dressage legend in later years under her married name, Jenny Lauriston Clark. 1962 dressage grows. The show includes dressage classes contested by riders from France and Germany as well as Britain, but they are met with awful weather. A golden age as the show grows. THETHIRTDCAD 1963 to 72. 1965 cancellation. A nationwide outbreak of equine flu caused the show's first cancellation, but it is not held back for long. 1968 celebrating 25 years. A 4th day is added to the schedule as the show turns 25. A parade of the Queen's horses and carriages includes state landers to the Balmoral Sociable built for Queen Victoria. 1970 a golden age. The Queen visits now with a young Prince Edward, who in 2022 succeeds his late father as the show's president. Some of the greatest names in British show jumping compete in the Rs, including Johnny Kidd, Caroline Bradley, Harvey Smith, Marion Mould, David Broom, and more, even the great pony stroller. The first international driving event runs the brainchild of the Duke of Edinburgh. 1972 Richie Royal, Princess Anne makes a first competitive appearance, coming fourth in the combined training on Purple Star. Memorable milestones. THEFOURTHDCAD 1973 to 82. 1973 Driving Championships. The European Driving Championships are held concurrently with the show. The Duke of Edinburgh competes as an individual for Britain. 1978 Saluting the Pony Club. Thursday evening celebrates the Pony Club's 50th anniversary with jumping and mounted games classes, a polo match and musical ride. A celebrity team jumping contest includes top names riding for their local branch, including Douglas Bunn the HH, Lucinda Pryor Palmer R.A. Salisbury Plain, Nicky Henderson the Craven, David Broom, Richard Mead, Caroline Bradley and others. By 1980, Pony Club mounted games become a regular part of the schedule and remain so today. 1982 The Dukes win. The Duke of Edinburgh, a regular competitor here, wins the horse team's class in the International Driving Grand Prix with HM the Queen's team of bays, his only triumph in this class, though I came second 5 times. He writes later, "Happy anniversaries. THEFIFTHDCAD 1983 to 92. 1985 Cavalry Tribute. The show hosts a 300th anniversary tribute to 6 British cavalry regiments, but international jumping classes are no longer part of the mix, just national classes. 1992 Firework Finale. The 50th anniversary of the show is marked with a ball attended by HM the Queen and HRH the Duke of Edinburgh. The show's grand finale on the final day involves a fantastic firework display that becomes a much-loved feature of the show for many years. A time of mixed fortunes. THESIXTHDECADE 1993 to 2002. 1993 Big Name Sponsors. Commercial sponsorship continues to grow with premium brands attracted to the show's unique offering. In 1993, Toyota sponsors the first day's showing classes, and Hermes sponsors dressage classes then run on grass with a suitably luxurious hospitality tent staffed by ladies in immaculately tied Hermes scarves. In 1995, Land Rover becomes a major supporter and association that thrives to this day, and by 1998 the lists expanded to include Asprey, Hilton and Samsung. 1996 An Olympic fundraiser. The show has frequently served as a selection trial for Olympic contenders, or a place for riders to practice in a bustling setting, but this year a foodlit show is run involving musical rides and a dressage pas de deux, etc. on Thursday night to raise funds for the British Equestrian Olympic Fund. 1998 and 1999 New experiments. The show moves down Home Park to run adjacent to the river, which proves very scenic but still not safe from the vagaries of May weather. By 2000 the idea is abandoned, but a country fair arena at the show hosts activities including sheepdogs, falconry, long netting and llama racing. 1997 and 2001 Thwarted plans. Weather and disease conspire to disrupt plans as a highly anticipated pageant of the horse to celebrate the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh's golden wedding anniversary is lost to the effects of extremely wet weather on the local clay soil. Later, in 2001, the show is cancelled like much else owing to the foot and mouth disease outbreak. 2002 A perfect pageant. The show's evening performances are cleared to host the sell-out All the Queen's Horses pageant as the first of the Queen's Golden Jubilee celebrations. 1,000 horses and 2,000 human participants are involved, with fabulous actors including Judi Dench and Robert Hardy narrating. More royal celebrations. THESEVENTHDECADE 2003 to 2012. 2003 60 Years Young. The show plans to celebrate its 60th anniversary with its foundation in Wings for Victory, but the Gulf War interrupts plans and military displays are cancelled. 2005 venue upgraded. The show moves into Home Park Private and puts down a permanent all-weather arena in this beautiful setting. Friday hosts a gala dressage and polo evening. 2006 and 2007 milestones for the Queen. The show celebrates the Queen's 80th birthday in 2006 with the private party and a visit from the JCB Dancing Diggers. Her 60th wedding anniversary with the Duke of Edinburgh is marked the following year with a parade of vintage Land Rovers. 2008 and 2009 further innovations. A tattoo is run in the evenings to raise funds for the Royal British Legion, which proves a huge success and continues for several years. Meanwhile, the show jumping classes are upgraded to internationals as the smart surfaced arenas attract more top riders. 2011 The Boss visits. American royalty attends the show alongside our own, as Bruce Springsteen comes to watch his daughter Jessica jumping under the tutelage of Nick Skelton and Laura Kraut. 2012 60 Years on the Throne. The world comes to Windsor for another fabulous pageant, this time televised by ITV, including the Canadian Mounties, New South Wales Police, and dancers from New Zealand and the Cook Islands. More royal celebrations. THEIGHTHDECADE 2013 to 2022. 2013 the show turns 70. Endurance rides join the schedule, supported by the King of Bahrain, both of which are important elements of the show a decade on. 2014 flooded but not washed out. Despite massive flooding around Eton and Windsor early in the year, the waters subside to reveal Windsor's site and outdoor surface remains intact. 2016 The Queen turns 90. The Queen's 90th birthday celebration run in each evening of the show sells out within hours and is a huge success, despite Wednesday's dress rehearsal and entire first day of the show being lost to torrential rain. The event even wins its organizers a BAFTA. 2017 5-star. Prize money increases so that the show is now ranked 5-star, attracting top-level show jumping riders from around the world. In the show rings, Her Majesty's Homebred Steeplechaser Barber's Shop wins the retraining of racehorse class for a third consecutive time this year with rider Katie Jerram, and is fully retired in a special ceremony at the show in 2018. 2022 the most memorable of all. Her Majesty pays her final visits to the show she supported from day one. The Platinum Jubilee pageant each evening is a huge success, and is televised on the final night when the Queen attends. It is the last event she attends in full before her death in September. 2023 moving on. Ford Dressage returns, supported by Defender, and means that the show includes a Wednesday afternoon opening for the Grand Prix Dressage phase. International displays include the Land of Fire from Azerbaijan, and new amateur showing classes are introduced. Remember to follow me on social media for behind-the-scenes content and updates.